I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. My videos are about love, about creation, about infinity, because we're infinite love, infinite creation, infinite energy. This is who we are. So obviously you can refer to the previous video about all the intro about this video, which is the third eye. I'm talking about the third eye. So y.how/third-eye, that's y.how/third-eye. So the third eye is this idea, right? It's an ancient idea. It's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. This is not an idea that is new. This is an old, ancient idea. It's very ancient, very ancient. It's one of the most ancient ideas that we humans have ever had, the third eye. So we just done like an idea that has staying power, continuity throughout thousands of years across most civilizations. You know, it's not there just because it's a lie. You know, it's just because it's a marketing stunt. It's there because there's some truth to it. Objective reality. You see things that have been observed, phenomena, natural phenomena that have been observed for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years across the human civilization, and we all refer to it, and we have decided collectively to name it third eye. The third eye. This notion, this idea, the gut feelings, the instinct, the hunches, intuition, insight, sixth sense, you have everything you need kind of thing, the third eye. You can always refer to the visual on y.how/third-eye on Substack, on YouTube, on the website. But it's this idea, you know, this idea of the third eye and what the third eye is. And I'm going to explain it to you. It's a very basic thing, you know. It's very simple what the third eye is. So I always talk about sundial and what sundial is. I always talk about sundial and what sundial is. You see, a sundial is our natural ability. We have eyes. You see, third eye. It's called third eye for a reason. It's not called third eye because it has nothing to do with the eye. It's called third eye because it has everything to do with the eye. The sight. Sight, our eyes, third eye. We have two eyes, right? 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 eyes. Why? Because that's the biological sense of it. The biological representation is 2 eyes, right? But then there's this notion of a third eye. The third eye. What's the third eye? Well, the third eye is the eye that you open. You open the third eye. It's called opening the portal. You open the portal. I talk about this all the time. Opening the portal. And what's opening the portal? Opening the portal is building the bridge. You see, we have eyes to see. We don't have eyes to be blind. We have eyes to see. Eyes are for sight. It's the most important sense. Our brains are essentially designed, for the most part, to support sight because it allows us to see. So we're not blind there in a world full of objects. So we can see. And then, of course, eye-hand coordination, eye-feet coordination, all these different things that allow us to be great creators. So we have evolved to be sight-driven species. We're visual species. So what's the third eye? Well, the third eye is staring at the sun, opening the third eye. It's what it is. The third eye is that. It's the intuition. It's the connection with the life creation itself. Because you think about it, the eye is spherical, just like the sun. The sun is a spherical object. So, and in our eyes, we have irises, which are kind of spherical as well. And the iris has cone cells in them. The iris has cone cells in them, right? And what are these cone cells? Well, these cone cells are the cells that allow us to see light and colors and make sense of things, you see? And what's light? Well, in case you didn't know, light comes from the sun. Light comes from the sun so we can see, right? The sun is our creator, fundamentally speaking, at an astronomical scale. Then again, objective reality, natural phenomena. And the sun itself has its own electromagnetic field. Its own electromagnetic field. So if you think about it fundamentally, what does that mean? Well, the sun itself creates life. It has this fusion reaction happening at singularity, and event horizon happening at the heart of it as a result of the electromagnetic field of it, which is gigantic. The sun is huge, and its electromagnetic field, which is light spherical being, is spherical in nature, just like the sun itself. It's even bigger, 10 times the size, even bigger. We don't really know. It's gigantic. So, and that creates the conditions for elements to be created at the heart of the sun. You see hydrogen and all these things that create life. So then, of course, that generates the conditions so the Earth itself can support life and has its own electromagnetic field that's a result of all these gravitational forces, natural phenomena, all these occurrences as a result of motion and all sorts of beautiful physics. So if you think about it, then the sun itself is spherical. It has an electromagnetic field that's spherical that creates life itself, hydrogen, all these elements that generate the conditions on Earth. And Earth itself is spherical, and it has its own electromagnetic field, which is also huge, and it's around the Earth, and it generates the atmosphere, the biosphere, the biome, the ecosystems, the support systems to support life. And us, we have a heartbeat, and we all have our own electromagnetic field. So you see, it's the resemblance. All the electromagnetic field is spherical stuff, and the eye, the human eye, happens to be spherical. And then we see through our eyes, sight cone cells in our eyes. So we see light, and where does light come from? From the sun, which is the light source, the source of life in the first place. So it's obvious. This is very obvious. So it is obvious. So we have eyes to see. Sundial is that. Sundial is this sun-iris nexus, a human practice. So we stare at the sun. We open our heart, we open our mind. So what is the meaning of that? The fact that we have an electromagnetic field that surrounds the human body, and our brain, once it's powered by the electromagnetic field of the human heartbeat, the resonance of it, it generates its own electromagnetic field, a lot smaller than the heart, which is the body's one. And they get in sync, the heart and the mind. You see, the heart and the brain get in sync. It's a syncing situation with our electromagnetic fields. Right? And this is us. But then, because we have eyes, we can open our eyes and stare at the sun. And when we stare at the sun just moved out of the angle, so I cannot stare at the sun right now. I can if I go like this. So, but I don't know if you can see me, kind of see me there. So, you stare at the sun, and then it's called opening the portal. So you open the portal. Well, what is the portal? Well, the portal is the third eye. Because our eyes get in sync. Right? And what's this? Well, sync is like connection. Pairing is like peering something. It's connected, like quantum entanglement. That's the terminology. And that motion of opening the portal, which is opening the third eye, that motion is building the bridge, which is when your electromagnetic field, the heart and the minds, gets in sync with the electromagnetic field of the heart of the sun itself. So it's one. We are in sync with it. We're in constant communication. It's a bidirectional feedback loop, infinite, sending and receiving information. So the light comes through our eyes and supercharges our brains, supercharges our heart, supercharges our body, and the DNA that is in each and single one of our cells. Doesn't matter if it's an eye cell, if it's a brain cell, if it's a heart cell, if it's any cell, it has a DNA component to it. And what does that do with energy? So it gets supercharged, and then we start to become much more powerful because our DNA sequence gets in sync with the life source itself, creation itself, and it does better. What it does, once it gets supercharged, it does it better at whatever it's supposed to be doing because each cell is purposeful. So the heart cells are there to support the heart. So we have a heartbeat, and then the heart does its thing. Then the brain cells are there to support the brain, so the brain does its thing. It's all purposeful, and like that across all the body, all the organs, all the systems. So what is this? So we have a gland in our brain called the pineal gland, right? It's a pineal gland, and the pineal gland is this gland in the brain that allows us to have visions, right? Visions of ourselves. Pizza lights, I think it's called. I might be using the wrong terminology. We have visions. It's just beautiful. The pineal gland, and then we got the pituitary gland. It's two glands in the brain, the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. They're connected in the brain. So essentially, when we supercharge our brains with all the energy coming from the sun, we have better visions of ourselves, better visions of the future, our true self energy. Because we're supercharging our brain. You see, the pineal gland has its own cells, pineal gland cells, and they get supercharged. And then the energy from the sun coming through the eye supercharges them. And then we have stronger visions. That's why it's third eye. It's the vision. It's the third eye. It's the eye that's not physical, but it's the portal. And that portal is that it opens up when we build the bridge, you see? So it's a constant feedback between the sunlight, the electromagnetic field of the heart, human heart, and the mind in sync with the electromagnetic field of the sun. And that pyramid, that quantum entanglement allows us to supercharge our hearts, supercharge our minds. And that's what the third eye is. The third eye is literally the pineal gland and the pituitary gland together being supercharged and generating this portal, generating this ability for us to have visions. Intuition, insights, the sixth sense, instincts, hunches, gut feelings is the third eye. So all these been manifested and we open it up. We open the third eye. And when we open the third eye, what does that do? Stronger visions of who we are as individuals, stronger visions of who we are. Our true self energy, our true self guiding us is there saying, hey, this is the dream. You are here to do this. You are here to do this. This is the dream and this is what you're supposed to do. And how do you get there? Purposeful daily action. And what's purpose? Why? What's why? Infinity, which is the connection with the sunlight, with everything. So it's all connected. It's compass, it's sundial, it's who we are. You see, the pineal gland does that. It's everywhere. You look at the pineal gland symbologies everywhere across civilizations because it's the third eye. It's the actual biological thing that enables the thing. You see? And then you got the pituitary gland, which is the support gland of the pineal gland at that scale where they work together. It's almost like the polarity. You see, it's always polarity. It's the polarity of the pituitary gland and the pineal gland coming together, supercharged, because our brains are supercharged. So we have all these high-level synapses happening, high-level frequency happening in our brain. So we're more creative, better ideas, better vision. So we have visions of ourselves. So that's the third eye. The third eye is opening that portal, building the bridge, and having those visions. But it's not only that. That's so you have the channel. You have the channel. You're channeling your true self energy. But beyond that, remember we have a heart and it also has an electromagnetic field. So they work together. Heart, gut feelings, instinct, hunches, love. So what's the role of love? Well, love powers everything. Powers the heartbeat, powers the whole thing. It's the energy, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. Because we love with our hearts and we create with our hearts. So how do we manifest those visions? Daily action. And what's daily action? Purposeful daily action. And where does action come from? From movement, from stimulation. And where does that come from? From the human heartbeat, because it pumps, and the human body has motion because of the electromagnetic field of creation, pulse of life, the pulse of creation. So the human body takes action. And then we love our actions because it's our purpose, it's our why. And then it resonates with our daily action, with our heart energy. See, body energy leads into heart energy, powerful. And then that leads into mind energy, which is the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the brain supercharged, and all the neurons and everything happening at a brain scale, giving us what? The focus in daily action. So the ideas, the visions, you see, the revelations. You see the intuition, the insights, the ideas happen. They just come. You see, the idea comes. And then what's that? The idea is what we create. So we innovate, we create, we do what we do. It's all part of the DNA sequence. It's just all coming together as one. It's one package. True self energy guides the whole thing. You see, from the mind moves into the true self and we channel it and we do it. That's the third eye. That's what the third eye is. Is that connection, is the bridge, is the portal, is the sun iris nexus, the human practice coming together as one, and doing the thing that it does. And the thing that it does is the portal, the bridge. So the information happens, life itself is coming and manifesting to our true self, and our actions and the ideas come. And how do we make those actions happen? True self energy guiding us. So we take purposeful daily action and we manifest our dreams, we manifest our purpose, making the dream come true. So our third eye, our vision, happens as a result. So we become supercharged. That's what the third eye is that connection. Is having the ability to have the insights, the intuition, and taking action with your eye, your bravery, your courage. That's why the third eye is intuition, is instincts, is hunches, is sixth sense, is gut feelings. You see, it's all these. Why? Because when you're supercharged like that, you see, sometimes for us to take action, there's a lot of things that need to be done prior to it. So a lot of healing, a lot of recovery. You see, a lot of all these. And this happens at a fundamental level. This happens when we love ourselves. So, and we love with our hearts. So we love ourselves, and the brain, because it's in sync, the third eye, is portal is open, the bridge is built. What does that do? Very simple. The brain recalls all these memories, all this trauma, all these experiences that are negative, that are low vibration. See, static, friction, noise, all this stuff, the shadow, unconscious mind, repressed feelings, repressed emotions, all this negativity, all this stuff there in the back of our mind holding us back, taking up space, right? Fear, paralyzation, inaction, all these things, see, fantasies, illusions, all this stuff that I talk about all the time. What does that do? Well, it does exactly that. It brings up a stack of memories so you can deal with them. So the memory comes and you shatter that memory, heal it, recover, love it, accept it, be grateful for it, move on, understand what that's there for, to teach you a lesson, so you move on. And then you keep on doing that, so the memories keep on coming, your heart keeps on healing it, recover, getting stronger. It's this process, it just happens, and constant interaction as a sundial with the sun and all these, it just keeps on happening, keeps on going, keeps happening, and then you start to clear up the stack, you wash the dishes essentially, so you clear everything out. So then you have all this freed up energy that you can use now to do what? Purposeful daily action, true self energy. Now your dreams come true because you have the energy and the bravery required to take action, so you get to your destination. And that's what the third eye is. The third eye is exactly that. It's the ability to put everything together. So you can free up all the negativity, understand who we are, light spherical light beings, we're creators. This is our nature. This is what this is. The third eye is that mechanism. Is the third eye, the sundial is the mechanism that allows us to understand our infinite nature. Light spherical beings, who we are. Because of our electromagnetic field, just like the hearts and just like the suns and the earths, everything is spherical in nature. And this is what we've done. You see, we used to be very unaware, very unconscious as a species, but we have transitioned into a fully transformed, metamorphosized species that understands through self-awareness and consciousness that we are infinite light, we're infinite spherical light, we're spherical light beings. We're infinite creation, we're infinite energy, we're infinite love. We create with our hearts, we create with our loves. Our minds are there for that, and we are portal. You see, we portaling, we connecting, we're building the bridge. Information comes in, we channel our true self's energy, guiding purposeful daily action. So we are here to do what we're supposed to do, which is to create. And what do we create? Well, we're creating purposeful dreams. We're creating beautiful lives because we live to love and we love to live. So this is what the third eye is. I always talk about it. My videos are always about this. But I never really used this term because I just was reserving this video to explain with this notion of the third eye, the pineal gland, the pituitary gland coming together, doing what it does, revelations, visions, all these different things that happen as a result, intuition. All this stuff is just ideas. It's just imagination, creativity, and we just create them with our actions. With the heart, the resonance of the heartbeat, all coming together. So it all happens. It all happens. And this is an ancient idea. We humans have been doing this for thousands of years because we have been evolved in the way we are with modern eyes, modern brains, and modern hearts for thousands of years. And the sun's been there for thousands of years. So we've known this for a long time. It's just, sometimes these things happen. But here we are, and the information is out there. The information is out there, and it's very clear. It's very much clear because it's available, freely available to everyone. Remember who we are. We're the human race. We're light spherical beings. This is who we are. We're the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth. With the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth. This is who we are. We're the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I truly do, because I know who we are, our nature. We're light spherical beings. We're infinite eternal creators. We're infinite eternal love. We're infinite eternal compasses. This is who we are. We're infinite eternal sundials. We all have a third eye. All of us. We all have hearts. We all have minds. We all have brains. We all have eyes. So third eye is a natural condition of the human brain. It's a transition, you see. So it's what allowed us in the first place to be where we are today. Understand our nature. Our very nature, light spherical beings, infinite creators, infinite energy, infinite love. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might.